the world news tonight. Account for security votes, Sarah tells governors. Federal government to build six cancer centers for early detection treatment across geopolitical zones. Plus, Nigeria EU ministerial meeting to focus on security, trade and investment. Here in Port Harcourt, I am Ubuka Omega. Do you love and care about Rstv and appeals? Let's build and take her to greater height. It is a task we must accomplish. Now the news in details. Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter, began its maiden edition of a 7-day fun-packed insurance week with a roadwork to create awareness and sensitize the public on the importance of insurance in all spheres of life. The insurance awareness work began from Nikon Insurance Limited and terminated at the Yakubu Gowon Stadium. Melvin Jackson reports.
After the war, chairman of the institute, Adisa Abiodun, stated that the insurance awareness work became necessary because individuals, corporate and government bodies have refused to prioritize insurance as one of the mainstreams for economic growth. Abiodun emphasized that insurance is not just for corporate organizations but for individuals and properties. He called on corporate entities, government at all levels, individuals and families to engage insurance companies for a better tomorrow.
It's important that every business owner, every person should have insurance in place. So what we are doing basically is to create awareness about insurance and the importance of that insurance for our economy. It's sad.
Deputy Chairman of the Institute, Patrick Okorie, and its Public Relations Officer, Dennis Omosigo, said benefits are paid to claimants without delay because of the renewed competition in the industry, making it even more difficult for any insurance company to shy away from its functions.
In Nigeria, insurance penetration is not deep enough. In fact, we are just gathering momentum yet, and as much as possible, apart from the other purpose of achieving body fitness, we also mainly want to create awareness to make sure that the populace understands the importance and value insurance can add in their lives and in their businesses.
The awareness goes beyond the retail. We are even calling on the companies too to embrace group life. It's even statutory now because the Pension Reform Act 2004 and 2014 addressed this. The group life should be taken by both companies, states. The companies that operate a minimum of 3 staff should have a group life in place for the staff. So the essence of it is to be able to protect the family of the deceased when it's no longer in the picture.
Insurance companies' heads added their voices.
The insurance is something that a whole lot of us in Nigeria does not even have a knowledge of. Insurance is a service that provides security for every other businesses, for themselves, for their company and for their family. And that is why we have come out in mass to let you know that this is LASACO, this is NEM, this is mutual benefit, so that you can walk to our offices, talk to us and get your genuine insurances, because we have a lot of touts out there.
Over the years, you see people don't buy insurance except there is need or is statutory. Naturally, you find people find it difficult for them to patronize or get any policy in insurance. But we want the narrative to change because insurance works all over the world. And we want it to work also in Nigeria, particularly in Port Harcourt here. We've come out in a large number enterprise and we've done the work for this awareness and we believe it also yield.
With this awareness, we are trying to create an impression and to build the mind of people have this belief in insurance company, because based on the experience they had before that the insurance company is not upright. But we want to let the society know that insurance today has come to stay.
The insurance awareness train will be moving to schools, higher institutions, corporate organizations, government agencies, markets and other places, and it will be an annual event. Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
The embattled president of Democracy Youth Association in Obiakpo local government area, High Chief Bekwele Ebula, has appealed to the public to disregard any misconception being orchestrated by some few individuals in the community who gathered in a bid to conduct a purported election that claimed to have elected one Pascal Bukini as the president of the youth body. High Chief Ebula pointed out that the delay in the constitution of the 5-man electoral committee as stipulated in the guidelines was because of a pending matter in court instituted by Comrade Obonda Wobo, who approached the court seeking for peaceful transition process that would be devoid of hijack and any form of electoral malpractice. According to the youth president, the matter is before Justice Chinelu Odele, who after hearing the case on June 25 adjourned the matter to July 18 for further hearing, adding that as law-abiding citizens of the state, they would continue to respect and uphold the rule of law.
I want to inform the general public to disregard the activities of miscreants, the likes of Henry Amadi, Raf Amadi, and Edison Chibeka Amadi, who are ex-presidents, cannot constitute an electoral committee for the association. I am the incumbent president, and when it is time, when we settle out of court, we will come back home as a people and marshal a way forward.
The court, presided over by Justice M.O. Orie on May 8 last year, affirmed that not even the court has a right to remove him as the youth president, maintaining that he is the only one who has the power to constitute the 5-man electoral committee to usher in a new administration. High Chief Bekwele Ebula called on the members of the public to discountenance the purported election as he remains the authentic president, Democracy Youth Association, warning that anyone or group of persons doing business with Pascal Bukini do so at his.
So remain peaceful. Corporate bodies within should note that election has not been conducted. Should note that we are before Honorable Justice Chinelu Odele and that we don't intend to go against the court. They should not deal with these miscreants who are today parading themselves as one thing or the other. The association is still intact. The executives of the association, heavily led by me, Hachi Bekwele Ebula, is still intact. May God bless the entire people of Democracy.
Christians should renew their covenant with the Lord if they must overcome challenges at all times. The senior pastor of Kingdom Wealth Assembly, Uchenna John, made the remark while addressing the faithful at the 4-day International Kingdom Wealth Conference. Emmanuel Imeon has the report.
Pastor John explained that the gospel of Jesus Christ is not only about making heaven, but basically about a better life here on earth, led in line with God's command. He added that such a lifestyle will enthrone honor, dignity, solution, support, peace, and love for others. He said this year's second edition of the International Kingdom Wealth Conference 2025 is aimed at uplifting mankind to be a support system to the government and individuals, adding that those who believe in God will do exploits.
In our world today, so much is on the government, but this program is an opportunity to raise men, giants, who become a blessing to the world, become support system to salvage men from poverty, from sicknesses, diseases, and begin to provide amenities to help mankind. People should see themselves differently, see themselves as saviors, not to see themselves as beggars. No, people should wake up and take responsibility. That's what the gospel is about, because the gospel means good news. So the good news is that the life of God is now in us.
A guest preacher, Pastor Chris Ore, advised Christians to realize their purpose on earth and understand that their prosperity comes from God by faith. The clergy who took his text from 3 John chapter 1 and 2 harped on the theme covenant abundance and highlighted the importance of faith as a substance of imaginations. He described the conference as an opportunity to learn the secret of dominion and prosperity on earth.
Satan is only as powerful as your ignorance. The more knowledgeable you are, the less effective and powerful Satan can wield his resources against you. More knowledge is equal to more light, and more light is equal to more dominion over darkness. So covenant abundance responds to knowledge, revelation knowledge, insight. So the component of your soul called imagination is very critical. So you must invest into the prosperity of your soul, or else covenant abundance will be evasive.
The event featured a free medical outreach. Emmanuel Emenyono, Rstv News.
The Nigerian European Union ministerial meeting scheduled to hold between July 1 and 2, 2025 in Abuja is built to focus on critical areas of peace, security, trade and investment, humanitarian situation, science, technology, innovation and digital transition. According to a statement issued by the delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS, the meeting of senior officials of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the European Union will be co-chaired by Janet Olisa, Director, Regions Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nigeria, and Matthew Brent, Deputy Managing Director for Africa Department, European External Action Service of the European Union. Nigeria and the European Union share a deep, long-standing partnership inspired by mutual values and interests, as well as support for multilateralism and rule-based international order. The federal government has revealed that it is currently building 6 cancer excellence centers across the 6 geopolitical zones for early detection, treatment, and management of all cancer cases. Minister of State for Health, Isiaq Salako, disclosed this in Abeokuta while launching the OncoSick cancer screening test, an early cancer screening diagnosis test, which formed part of a workshop on the development of national nuclear medicine guidelines and policy. He noted that the increasing burdens of cancer in the country demanding the deployment of all solutions and all management possibilities to tackle the challenge. Selako added that 3 of the 6 centers are already nearing completion, stressing that the 2025 budget includes funds for establishing more cancer excellence centers. The Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project, SIRA, has urged Nigeria's 36 state governors to publicly account for how they have spent security vote allocations since May 29, 2023, and to invite anti-corruption agencies to investigate the expenditure. In a Freedom of Information request signed by its Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, the group also called on the governors to allow the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission to track and monitor the disbursement of the funds. The organization decried what it called the continued failure of many governors to use public funds to improve security despite receiving billions of naira under the guise of security votes. It warned that secrecy surrounding the use of security votes has fueled corruption and weakened the ability of citizens to hold their leaders accountable. Do you love and care about real estate and peace? Let's build and take her to greater height. It is a task we must accomplish. Still to come on the news, Iran voices serious doubts over Israel's commitment to ceasefire. And in sports, Kwara United win 2025 President Federation Cup. Details shortly.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You're still watching the World News coming to you live from the studios of Rstv Television here in Port Harcourt. Moving on now, the Lagos State government has reiterated its dedication to promoting food safety and hygiene across the state through rigorous health screening of food handlers, regular water quality testing, and intensified public awareness campaigns. Speaking during the commemoration of World Food Safety Day, Director of Environmental and Occupational Health and Safety, Folarin Ajayi, revealed that the state has taken proactive measures to ensure that food consumed by residents complies with international safety standards. Ajayi emphasized that the Safe Plate initiative, signed into law by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in July last year, remains a pivotal strategy to achieving this goal. He explained that the initiative is technologically driven and relies on certified laboratories for accurate testing results. Iran on Sunday said it was not convinced Israel would abide by a ceasefire that ended their 12-day war this week. The most serious escalation to date between the arch-foes erupted on June 13 when Israel launched a bombing campaign in Iran that killed top military commanders and scientists linked to its disputed nuclear program. Israel said its aim was to keep the Islamic Republic from developing a nuclear weapon, an ambition Tehran has consistently denied, insisting it has the right to develop nuclear power for civilian purposes like energy. Iran's Armed Forces Chief of Staff, Abdurrahim Mousavi, said they have serious doubts over the enemy's compliance with its commitments, including the ceasefire, and are ready to respond with force if attacked again. Luis Capaldi has released a rousing comeback single about his determination to overcome his personal struggles after 2 years of out of the public eye. Divine Akman brings us this and other entertainment stories.
The Scottish singer, who was also heavily rumored to be making an unannounced appearance at the Glastonbury 2 years after an emotional performance when festival fans lent their vocal support as his voice faltered. He then retreated from the spotlight to get his physical and mental health in order and adjust to the impact of his Tourette's diagnosis. He addressed his private battles on the song Survive, which was released at midnight last Friday. Nigerian singer Ifemia Ekuma, probably known as Good Girl LA, has opened up about her struggle with depression and how the isolation that followed it transformed her life. The singer, who has been quiet for some time now, shared that she was dealing with depression in isolation, but she turned it into power by focusing on self-mastery and transmutation. The 28-year-old added that her priority is making music and touching lives.
It be like all these people want to whine me. I tell the devil get behind me. I'm searching for the truth, I need to find my place to create in the world is beyond me. So mama pray for me. So many enemies I can see.
Former Big Brother Naija Season 9 housemate Onyeka has ruled out the possibility of friendship with her colleague and rival on the show, Victoria. The duo had a bitter relationship on the show over a clash of interest. They were both interested in a relationship with Uzi Mbadiwe, making them rivals on the show. During the reality reunion, the host Ibuka Obi Uchendu asked the duo if they were open to reconciliation. Victoria replied in the affirmative, but Onyeka ruled out the possibility. Divine Akman, Rstv Entertainment News.
Thanks to Divine Akbar for doing what he knows best in the entertainment world. And to sports matters now, Kwara United have won the 2025 President Federation Cup men's title after a 4-3 penalty shootout win against Abakaliki FC in the finals. The Harmony Boys defeated Abakaliki FC 4-3 on penalties after the game finished goalless in regulation time. The 2025 President Federation Cup final was keenly contested between Abakaliki FC and Kwara United, at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Onigon, Lagos. As winners of the competition, Kwara United will represent Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup in the 2025-2026 season. Do you love and care about Rivers State and Appease? Let's build and take her to greater height. It is a task we must accomplish. To end the news, a recap of some major stories. Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project has sent Freedom of Information request to Nigeria's 36 state governors, urging them to promptly account for the spending of public funds in the name of security votes since May 29, 2023 to guarantee and ensure the security of life and property of Nigerians resident in the states. Minister of State for Health, Ishaq Salaku, has announced the construction of 6 cancer centers of excellence across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones to improve early diagnosis, treatment, and management of cancer nationwide. We have reported that the delegation of European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS has revealed that the senior officials meeting between Nigeria and European Union will be held on July 1 and 2, 2025 in Abuja to discuss peace, trade, security, and other areas of cooperation. That's what we have for you tonight. Many thanks for joining us. I am Ubuka Umeda. Good night.